What's up, YouTube? Capital G here. I got a nice, fairly competitive duel for you guys to check out. This is going to be a full-on match, so best 2 out of 3. Both players are going to have the opportunity to hit the side deck if they so choose. We have a Trickstar Kaiju build down here at the bottom. I think that it's really just kind of designed to be able to go first or second. I think Trickstars naturally can go first and have some strong plays because the engine is just so small. I mean, you hit like Light Stage or Candina and you basically just get a +1, and then the Kaijus allow you to go second. Potentially Kaiju's out the boss monsters, and then you also get the ability to run the Slumber, which is essentially a Regeki if you do happen to go second. And we've got him facing off against a Danger Dinosaur build. I don't really get the allure of Dangers and Dinosaurs. I kind of get it. I mean, maybe you can send like Quoteless if you open with it to the graveyard, and you know, I guess you can get like a search off of that, but this is ideally a card you never really want to draw anyways. And you know, Miscellaneousaurus, it's another one that can be sent to the graveyard, activate from the graveyard, but that's also like a limited card. So are you really trying to bank on sending those to the graveyard? I just don't really see like the big allure with Dangers and Dinosaurs, but let's see exactly how it's going to play out. Trickstars are going first, gets the Light Stage and the Candina. That means he's going to be able to go for Lycoris, and he's got a set copy of the Mirror Force, which, I mean, against Dinosaurs, if they don't go for, like, Logia, that can do a whole lot of work. Your opponent's going to probably summon a lot of monsters, trying to push for some damage. You see Mothman using, this is why I just don't like random Dangers. I feel like Mothman doesn't do, I mean, it was good in Lunalights, because you could send, like, some of the double L's to the graveyard, or, like, Perfume and use their effects, but in Dinosaurs, it's kind of helping the opponent out more. Anyways, he is drawing some cards. He is taking some damage. Gonna go for a rank 8 here, which was quite surprising. He's gonna pop both Dispels and Traps, which actually helps him out a lot, gets rid of the Mirror Force. He does end up going for the copy of Oviraptor, but I think his hand at this point not looking super live, although he is going to be able to get Giant Rex back from his deck. Actually, you know what? He might be able to just OTK here. He goes for Borrelsword Dragon. Okay, well, forget everything that I said, because it looks like he might be able to OTK. Oh, you know what? The math is not going to work out. The math does not work out. He doesn't have quite enough damage to OTK. I feel like every time somebody makes Borrelsword Dragon and doesn't win the turn that they summon this card, I feel like they almost always lose. I think it's like maybe, I don't know, if I just had to make up a number, I'm going to go with like 75% that they lose. I mean, and you can see he's just going to slumber himself. I mean, he's basically just going to have a wide open field. Activate Slumber. He's going to get the bigger Kaiju. From here, almost certainly he can drop like 3 copies of Lycoris, and I think this is pretty much a wrap. He is going to attack with Lilybell. That's going to get Lycoris back from the graveyard. He's going to be able to drop 1, 2, 3 copies, and he will be able to summon Lycoris, or excuse me, Lilybell back with its effects. So his opponent, I mean, that's basically just an OTK at that point. You're taking all this damage. You also have the 400 in additional to that. So there was no way that he was going to be able to fight back with just a single copy of Prankatrops. And also knowing that he was going to take more burn damage, what, 1200? During the draw phase as well. So, you know, I don't think that that was pretty much a duel that he can win. Math, kids, it definitely is important in Yu-Gi-Oh! Game 2, let's see exactly what happens. Let's see. Dinosaur player says, you go first, Trickstar. Does not open with any of the power +1. So, you know, that's a little unfortunate. Takes a little bit of burn damage, but this time he will be able to follow up with some good Dinosaur plays. Gets the Prankatrops on field, and now the Danger Monsters might actually be able to do something. Oh no, that red reboot. That red reboot might end the game, because I feel, yeah, he's going to activate that Mirror Force, red reboot in there. This time he will be able to actually just push for the easy OTK. Let's see how many traps he had here. I mean, maybe, I don't know if using like the Trickstar reincarnation earlier really would have actually mattered, because, well, if he would have used it, if he would have chained it in response to the danger, it would have actually resolved. That's why I think he probably should have used it. I think he should have, because he had, what, 2 reincarnations? I feel like, well, no, I think he may have actually set 1 off of the red reboot, but I feel like he should have just hard ripped the reincarnation, took a little bit of burn damage. I mean, I guess you're playing the odds there, but your opponent would not have had red reboot. You would have gotten reincarnation in the graveyard to summon your Lyco Risk, and you would have actually had a little better chance of actually living there. Game 3 is going to be the final duel. Trickstars for the 3rd time in a row are going first. This time you can see he does have the possibility of opening up with the dreaded reincarnation Droll combo, and when I saw this I was like, oh, alright, this duel is over, because there's no real way for this guy to play around it. He already, like, all the Trickstar player has to do is just wait for him to search a card, and you can see he's got Oviraptor and he has Fossil Dig. Like, chances are he's going to activate one of them as his first play. Gets a little bit of burn damage during the draw phase. All he needs to do, wait wait for him to activate Fossil Dig, hit him with that Reincarnation plus Droll combo, the game is basically over. He's going to chain Miscellaneous Source, but that's just not going to do anything. Loses his entire hand, doesn't get to draw any more cards. The game's over at that point because you know your opponent at the very least still has Candina in his hand. And even if he just somehow didn't have Candina, all he would need is the Eater of Millions. He could just banish his entire extra deck, and chances are Eater of Millions plus Lycoris would be enough to beat this guy because looks like he was drawing Denko, which, yeah, that's not going to out Eater of Millions, and his top deck was going to be a troll card. It was going to be Cup of Haste. I mean, why play a card that why play Desires when you can just troll and play Cup of Ace? Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed that short little best 2 out of 3. If you did, give the video a thumbs up. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already, and turn on that notification bell for daily videos.